Hello guys, and welcome to update 2 of Freefall project. Now I know it's been something like 4 months almost since my last update, and I apologize for that. I'm gonna be trying to make these more frequent. I have been working on features in the meantime, so there's at least that. Um, Moving on to the new features that we have in for this particular build. So let's just start this up. Maximize. Now I've put these guys over here so that we don't hear that incessive shooting from the enemy while I give you the rundown of the new features that we have in. We do have a basic inventory set up. Now it's really nothing really all that fancy. It's just what you have over here. I have a bunch of ammo inside. And what you can do at this particular point is you can drag and drop and give items to some of your squad mates, so they're not currently limited to distance from one another. That'll come at a later date. And also, you no longer have infinite ammo, so whatever it is that you're shooting, you need to have some ammo in your inventory in order to, shoot the weapon. Okay. I've also revamped the character creation, most notably the UI of it. So I tried my hand a bit on the UI side of things and tried to do kind of a merge between what Fallout Tactics would have as layout, and took a few ideas from Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 and how they did their Pip-Boy art. So you have these little screens here with little flickering lights. You can click them, have some information about the skills. They're all fully functional. You can even create a new character, for example. Let's just go ahead and do that. You have portraits. You can change the race. You have the super mutants, robots, the ghouls, Deathclaws, of course, humans, male, female. Now, obviously, these are just placeholders right now, until we actually get some cool portraits in. Most of these things are functional. The small frame, the bloody mess, actually no. But yeah, some of the traits are functional, some are not. Those that aren't functional are marked as not implemented. You can go ahead and put in a bunch of stuff here, tag some skills, and another point here, distribution, done. And then with right click on the map, it's actually going to place our new character. And he's going to show up over here with all the information that is relevant. Now, one side note here, I actually buffed the big guns to 200% for all of the newly created characters. You'll see in a moment why. You can also increase the level, and you have a bunch of perks. They should all be correct on attaining the rules of attaining them, at least. And of course, more than half of them at least are not implemented, and they should be marked as such. This one, for example, is not implemented, but yeah, you can level up. You can distribute skill points and stuff like that, which is pretty nice. A side note is that you can also cycle between the enemies. So these three are enemies, and you can actually create new enemies if you want. You just need to toggle between show PC and, well, show enemy, of course. Okay. So I said at some point that I buffed the big guns, and there's a reason for why I did that, because we have some new weapons available. So one of them is the flamer. This isn't 100% fully implemented, and such it's just affecting the single target that you're trying to fire at. So that's the basic idea of it. Oops, I seem to have screwed up a bit some of my overlays, but we'll get that fixed until I send the build on itch. Okay, we also have a nifty little rocket launcher, so let's see this one in action. So let's fire at this guy. There we go, very nice. We also have miniguns. Now the artwork for the miniguns, there's no special animations or meshes for them. Those will come at a later date. I do have a pretty interesting sound, I would say, for the minigun. It actually fires quite a large payload, this Vindicator minigun. And last but not least, we also have frag grenades, but we're out of enemies right now, so I'm gonna have to set this up really quick. 1 second. Let's just go to the enemy team and create a few more of these guys so that we have more people to do target practice with. Oops. Sorry about that. It can get a bit laggy with all of these, all of this artwork here, as it's not optimized at all. Okay. So let's start this up again and let's check out how grenades are working. So there's a bit of randomness with the grenades right now. I will have to overhaul this at some point. Let me just maximize this so that we actually see the grenade being thrown. So my guy sucks at throwing, so it's probably not gonna be. He's probably not gonna hit any targets. In the meantime, these guys are gonna shoot themselves off. There we go. At least one went off. Another point that I wanted to make is I stumbled upon the now defunct Fallout Online source code, which is a very great resource for me, because they apparently had access to the Fallout 2 source code, decompiled at least, and there's a whole lot of very important information that I can grab from there on how weapons behave and stuff like that. Some other great news is we've had our first donations on itch.io, so thank you guys so much. It's not much, but it's a great start. I'm probably going to be using that money to buy some new assets, animations, and stuff like that when the time comes. And also a shout out to the great guys at Quixel that gave me another kind of donation. You can call it like that. You can call it that. It's more or less 1 year's supply of credits on their site for free, just to get my game going. So thank you guys so much. And if you don't know what Quixel is, they're the guys that have that I got these assets from the ground and a bunch of other cool stuff here. They have quite a lot of very cool assets, models, and textures. I like to end it off with what I plan on doing in the immediate future. So that would be having access to full feature inventory. So being able to equip stuff, armor and weapons, and maybe also have kind of like a chest somewhere with all of the weapons and armor and ammo types in the game, so that you can experiment with all of them. And of course, finally, I'm gonna have to implement melee, so that we have more or less all of the combat systems at least at a prototype grade level at this point. So thank you guys so much. Once again, I'm gonna try to have less than a gap of 4 months between the next update. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you. Till next time. Bye bye.